goes down, 3-0, Wheaton with an early lead here. Johnson will bring it up the far side of the court, the senior guard. Derek Johnson out of Pontiac. Again, that old down game, last game against that number 4 Pioneer team. Wizwary now on the left wing, trying to find Boom down low right away. Instead, they'll kick over to Dane Voss. He can't get it to fall. Good rebound hustled for by Cruikshank. He'll lead the press. Cruikshank now going to drive in against Voss. He'll kick out instead. That's going to be Considine, tries the three. Can't get it to fall. Rebound for Johnson. And the Comets, Nick, as we saw last time, are a transition team. Very similar in the break to Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans. And Johnson now going to dribble. He'll find Wizware on the left wing. They really are trying to get it down to Boom, who has a much shorter Vegas guarding him. Boom now has it. Left block. Good drop step spin move. There's Eddie Boom Thigpen, 2 points.
And that's going to be trouble for Wheaton all day if they can't find an answer for Boom Thigpen down there. Just too much in the paint, too talented.
And interesting, Vegas has been on them twice now. Both possessions, Vegas, they've got what they want.
It's obviously the match they're looking for. We'll have to see if that pays off.
And now it'll be Boom here defending on Cruikshank. He'll hoist the three, won't go. Long offensive rebound handled by Adom. He's going to go right at Ali. Instead, he'll kick out for three. That's Vegas. Can't get that to fall. Rebound offensively handled. Cruikshank down low. And Nick, man, Tyson Cruikshank says 5'11" on the program. Might be program height. But he battled for that offensive board. A couple on that possession.
Well, and Olivet can't give up 2 offensive boards in a possession if they're going to hope to keep up with this team. They want to shoot the three. They've shown they can. It's going to be a struggle if you keep giving them extra looks.
They can. That's such a noon start. They can. And this will be Alios dribbling in. Tough bucket there. Derek Johnson tips it up. Good D by the Comets. Like you said, Nick, Comets, one of the best rebounding teams in D3 and in the MIAA. As Eddie Boom Thigpen takes some contact there. That's Vegas going to get his first foul of the day.
Thigpen understanding the body language that one has to use to get a call from time to time.
Nice way to put it.
Good work on his part.
Great job. And that'll be Johnson now inbounding from the far sideline to Boom. And Thigpen trying to lose the handle. Vegas dives to the ground, able to get it. Throws it ahead to Adom. He's going to go right into the teeth of the Comet transition D. He'll get his first bucket of the day, a left-handed layup.
And you have to expect Boom Thigpen to take a little bit of time to get back up to game speed a little bit.
Excuse me, of course, 5 points now for Adom. Like you said, Boom hasn't played in a few games, so getting his sea legs, as it were. And it's 5-2 as the Comets turn it over here. The Comets do have some turnover trouble. They had a couple untimely turnovers against UWP that allowed the Pioneers to score the last 8 unanswered to close out that game last week.
And the margins for error are so thin when you're playing a team like this. I mean, you're going to have turnovers. That's going to be part of it. But taking care of the ball is going to be paramount against a team ranked so high.
And now it looks like Olivet going to come out with a little bit of press, and they're going to drop back now as Wizwary will guard the main point guard here, Tyson Cruikshank for the Thunder. Cruikshank now going to swing over to Luke Anthony. And there's another bucket for Wheaton. 2 points, 7-2 now with 17:20 left to go here in the Cutler Event Center. Wizwary trying to lead the break. Tev Ali going to shoot a turnaround J, and he'll get it to fall. Soft jumper for the big man.
The more threatening they can be from inside the paint, the better off it'll be for the Comets in the long run.
And Tev Ali this year is 0 for 6 from 3. Hasn't shot great from the field, but Coach Hargraves reiterated Friday he can shoot jumpers. And he showed it there. Nice soft touch. We're going to have a foul here, maybe out of bounds. And it will be a foul on Derek Johnson, his first for the Comets.
Pretty good foul there, though. He had essentially an uncontested lane to the basket, and Johnson stepped in and made it a difficult shot, so make him earn it from the free throw line. Limiting the easy baskets are going to be key here and kind of clawing your way back.
And Cruikshank gets the first one to fall. Tyson Cruikshank, the senior guard out of Highland Ranch, Colorado, shoots 2/3, 2 out of 3 from the line. And he'll go 2 out of 2 here, Cruikshank, to push the Wheaton lead, 9-4, 17 minutes to go. You're on WOCR 89 1-1. Derek Johnson brings it up the far side. Dane Voss going to cut down low. Boom now with it on the far wing, the right side. And he's working against Luke Anthony. Talk a lot about him in a little bit. Derek Johnson gets the high screen, dumps off to Thigpen. Thigpen going to drive and put it up. And he got fouled again. And Nick, the second foul Boom has drawn so far.
Well, he did what he needed to do. He got to his spot. He got up in the air. He felt the contact and was able to kind of transition into a shot to get to the line and hopefully get a couple free ones.
And he'll try here with his first. Nice rotation there for Eddie Thigpen. He's a 50% shooter, or excuse me, 57% shooter from the free throw line in this young season. Comets come in just their 6th official game. And he gets that one to fall as well. Now Boom on the board again. 9-6. Comets trail. Is Boom now going to defend the ball in Cruikshank? And it looks like Wiswary maybe waiting to trap. Wheaton able to break it. They get it up. Cruikshank now looking, trying to get it down to Adom, it looks like. Instead, he'll get a high screen there from Considine. Now up to Adom. Adom working on Boom. Goes right into the paint. And it's going to be a jump ball. And who else, Nick, will get grappled for that ball but Noah Wiswary?
Well, Wiswary, he's that energy guy, and he did a great job. Adom, as soon as he has the ball in his hands, you could tell, wow, this guy can score the basketball. So they always have to be aware, and that was a great job of just not making his life easy on the way to the hoop.
And Adom, you can just tell he carries himself like a guy who can score pretty much whenever he wants. I mean, he tried there in good D. As it looks like they're going to get... Yeah, it looks like Derek Johnson was able to work a little bit, stepped out of bounds, maybe a travel, a little first step. It'll be turnover. It'll be Thunder basketball, and they'll bring Nick Chavello, 6'4", 190-pound sophomore guard, into the game.
And Chavello, if you look at him on the stat sheet, one of those guys who I think is going to have to be useful with his size.
And a great defensive poke from behind by Derek Johnson. Throws up to Boom. Boom, nice step through. Gets the layup to go. Cruikshank had no shot there. So Boom having a good night. 6 out of the Comets 8 as the Comets now trail by 1 to number 6 Wheaton. Here on a snowy Saturday, Luke Anthony can let it go from 3. Anthony had 3 made threes against Elmhurst in that buzzer beater loss for Wheaton. He also is their starting quarterback. More on that later. He's tough. Played quarterback at the University of Dayton before making the transfer to Wheaton where his brother played. And now it's going to be Dane Voss kicking out. Boom from the left wing. Can't get that one to go front iron. Good rebound by Tyson Cruikshank. He'll push now. Cruikshank right at the middle of the court. Boom steps out. Cruikshank confident. And they're going to get Boom for a foul there right at the top of the key.
So as good as Thigpen has been so far on the offensive end of the court, there's a couple times he's been out of position defensively, and we talked a little bit about how is he going to fit in with that aggressive attacking style that Olivet had in the last game. And there's been a couple times where he's just been a little bit slow in stepping up to close out, and you get punished by that from a good shooter. They'll draw that foul, and that's what happened here.
And Cruikshank did. He misses his first free throw of 3. His second now on the way. And he gets that one, gets it figured out. We'll see for the first time today for the Comets. Fellow Uper, Ryan Robinette out of Escanaba, Michigan. Always comes over with the fist bumps to the UP broadcast team. Played at Bay College for a few years. Ryan Robinette had a down game last game. Has been trying to really get it going all season as Cruikshank misses 2 of those 3 free throws. But they still lead 13-8. Great look by Wiswary.
Excellent entry pass and great hustle by Dane Voss.
Dane Voss running the floor in that transition offense. If you're big and you run, you'll get rewarded, and he did there. And now Luke Anthony going to let it fly. You know this kid's looking to shoot. Barely misses that one. Tev Ali handles the board, and Ryan Robinette and the Comets off to the races. Derek Johnson, a deep 3. Won't go. Rebound handled by Alioth. Now it's going to be Adom leading it up, and you can see about 2 Comets immediately went and found him. He's now going to drive against Ali. He misses the layup. Alioth, though, on the rebound, gets it to go. And Nick Adom looks like a problem so far.
Well, and he draws so much defensive attention. You saw the easy offensive rebound that came from that. And the trick's going to be set up that wall. Don't let him get into the paint.
And now Wiswary trying to get into the paint. Throws one up. Really tough layup. Goes to the floor. No contact. He made it. 15-2 under 15 to play.
There is not a more Noah Wiswary shot that you could ever see. Falling down, tossing it up.
The Wizard. And he does some magic there. Tev Ali now defending on Alioth. He'll kick out to Anthony. Misses. And again, that long rebound on the weak side is Adom able to do a little magic. He can't make the 3. Cruikshank gets the offensive board. They feed down now to Alioth. No, Wiswary ate that shoulder. That's going to be an offensive foul.
You'd say good sell, but I'm not sure he even did that intentionally. He took a big shoulder and hit the dirt.
That's a nice
that's the type of hustle play that you look for and that Wiswary brings to this team.
And for the first time, Dane Voss will check out of the game, and that'll bring in Patrick Hollywood Hollis, a guy who told me his own nickname. I was a little skeptical till that game against Wisconsin-Platteville. Had one of the best games of his career, had 12.6 boards, 6'6", 195 out of Flint. Carmen Ainsworth.
You got to let him wear the Hollywood moniker at this point. He earned it in that last game.
And they're trying to go a little high-low here with Hollis and Ali. Instead, they'll kick out to Derek Johnson. 10 on the shot clock, 13 and a half. Robinette will hoist his first attempt. and he'll knock down the three. And Robinette can shoot the three. He struggled this season. He's just around 20% from the three-point line, but he gets his first one to go here to tie it up. And it looks like Lo Upshaw, the talented freshman out of Cass Tech, going to check in for the Comets momentarily. Adom now working against Wiswary. He'll swing it over to U Vegas at the top of the key, and we're going to get a foul here. And it's going to be Wiswary.
Well, Wiswary trying to work through a screen, got a little physical. That one could have gone either way. You appreciate that play out of both players. I mean, really, it's physical basketball, and one of those two is getting the call.
We saw a really physical game against Platteville where they kind of let them play a little bit. It seems like it might be a little less of that here today. And so teams will have to adjust as Adom gets the inbound pass. Luke Anthony looking for a shot, doesn't have it. He'll kick to U Vegas, back to Anthony. Anthony now up top to Adom. Robinette defending Adom. And that's going to be Nick Chavello. Now kick down low to Spencer Peterson for his first time today. Nice little jumper. Peterson, a Michigan kid out of North Point Christian in Grand Rapids. Played football, high school football with Kenny Willits, Michigan State University great. And good fight down low, but it'll be Wheaton Thunder basketball. And Nick, another possession with no points for the Comets in transition.
Well, and you know, Wiswary tried to attack the rim. I think he was feeling himself a little bit, kind of chucked one up. But you got to like to see the effort out of Patrick Hollis to try to fight for that offensive board.
And we saw that pay off a few times against Platteville where they'd get a steal, quick layup on an inbound pass or on a quick rebound. It's just now Thunder again on the attack. Adom drives in, takes a lot of contact. And Nick, we talked about it last week. The Comets will bash you. They're the number one in the MIAA in fouls. And they're getting a few in here today already, their fourth foul. And that's going to be the second foul on Noah Wiswary.
Well, there's something to be said for making the other team feel you, make them understand that when they come in the paint, there's going to be contact. Now, the problem with that can come when you end up with a reffing crew that's going to call it tight. That makes a bit of an issue.
And Adom here makes his first free throw. Nyameye Adom out of Orlando, Florida, shoots almost 50% from the field, around 37 from the three-point line, and 81 from the free throw line. Is number 5 in his conference.
And we've said it already. You can see when the ball touches his hand, he's a man who can score the basketball. So he gets it in his hand. He is always looking to score, and you have to be ready to step up on defense the instant the pass goes to him.
And he's been tested. He's hit full court buzzer beaters in tournament games. He's a tough player. And now Derek Johnson answers with a quick pull-up jumper. 19-17, 12 to go here at the Cutler Event Center. Comets trail the number 6 Wheaton College Thunder. It's now going to be, it looks like Considine stuck on the side. He'll kick up to Adom, back to Considine. Considine thought about Peterson. Instead, he'll dribble on Ali. They get it now to Peterson. Hollis on his back. Peterson probing in the paint. Kicks instead far side to Anthony. Drives down baseline. Kicks back to Peterson. Likes that jumper, it looks like, and he can make it his second bucket. 21-17 now, Comets trail.
Well, and Peterson's a big guy at 6'6", 250, so he'll factor in huge if the Comets want to keep trying to work the paint offensively.
And Peterson, one of Luke Anthony's favorite targets on the football team, is a tight end for the Thunder, a very talented football team. And he had 3 touchdowns in a playoff game this year.
Certainly an interesting situation. You don't see it at the college level very often, especially someone who's ranked 6th in the nation in D3 to have those 2 sport athletes have so much success.
And they are so far. Tev Ali goes up for a tough reverse layup. He's fouled. He'll head to the line. Coach Hargraves talking strategy a little loud maybe on the free throw. Tev gets that one to go. Just his 4th free throw attempt of the season. And he gets it to go. He's now 2 for 4.
So one thing I've seen from the Comets so far, if they're going to work this high-low offense, I'd be interested to see if they'd like to try to put Boom Thigpen at that high post. Because with this high-low, that person at the high post needs to be ready to pass as soon as they catch it. And if they don't have that kind of passing ability, it's not going to do a whole lot for you offensively. So I'd be curious to see if they try to work that.
It'll be fun to watch as it goes. Comets trail by 2, 11:20 to go here in the first half. Anthony an open 3. He's got one already, misses that one, but another offensive rebound here for the Thunder. Johnson tries to pick the pocket. Good defense there. That's going to be a miss for Considine. Leads to Johnson on the other side. Upshaw in transition. Low Upshaw the 4th with the triple. And Upshaw making his name felt here. 3 points for him today. 22-21. He gives the Comets the lead over number 6 Wheaton here with 10:50 to go. And this is going to be Alioth working against Ali. Hollywood Hollis now trying to defend against Cruikshank. He loses the handle, but Thunder come up with it. Cade going to attack now. Can't get it to fall. Ball tipped around. Hollywood Hollis comes away with it. Johnson leading the break up the left side. Lowe thought about when he drives right in. Nice dish. And Hollis, I was getting fired up there. Lowe, ball on a string. Love it.
Low Upshaw coming in making plays as a young freshman. You love to see it, and that's what the Comets are going to need at guard.
It's going to be Alioth now working against Ali. He'll get the board. Upshaw, again, a freshman, his first action for the Comets here in this tough matchup today. He's got a 3 and almost a great assist. And he's out of Cass Tech. Now going to be Johnson working at the top. Robinette thought about one. He's going to drive. 24 on 24 here. Fadeaway jumper looking like another 24. Can't get it to fall. Hollis gets the offensive board, tries to save it, and it's going to stay Comet basketball. 19 on the shot clock, under 10 to play. Adom coming back for the Thunder.
So Teva Ali is working his butt off in the paint right now. He's getting good position, and he's doing a great job of orienting himself to the passer. Their passers, the Olivet Comets passers, need to be ready to look into him much, much more quickly. When the ball changes sides, that's when you want to quick switch it, go right inside to your bigs. If you give the defense time to readjust, it's not going to be there. And at this point, Ollie's looking a little frustrated, and I would be too if I was him, because that's where they can control this game. We've talked about it already. I said it already, and I'd like to see some passers with their eyes in the paint offensively for the Comets much more quickly.
And it's interesting, Nick, talking to Coach Hargraves, we have a full timeout here, 22-21, Comets lead by 1 about halfway through this first half. Thank you all for joining us. Dane Pavlovsky, Nick Pavlovsky on WOCR, 89-1 The One, and the Olivet College Athletics live stream. All that to say, talking to Coach Hargraves, I talked about kind of what's the identity, what's the offense for this team, what do you guys kind of look to do? And he said, I think we have to play through the post. He said, our shooters have not shown us that they can consistently shoot this year, so we need to go post first, then outside. They've made a few triples today. They've had one for Loris Upshaw in transition and Ryan Robinette with a tough defended 3. They have those to fall. But it's interesting, Nick, it sounded like yesterday game plan was go down low. So maybe they're just trying to get that, or the guards, like you said, need to be ready to send it down. We'll see how they adjust.
You can see the difference in these two teams. The Thunder want to play outside in. The ball screens on the perimeter are opening up lanes for dribble drive and for quick dishes to the post, where the Comets are going to want to play inside out to set up their shooters, if you ask me.
And we'll see what happens out of Coach Hargrave's first time out, 22-21. Ryan Robinette dribbling, and they're going to get in for an offensive foul on the screen.
I can tell you what drew that call right there, and it was the fact that he set his screen more with the hip than with the front of his body. And as soon as you stick out a hip, stick out a knee, stick out an elbow, they're going to get the call. So his timing was fine. It was just his positioning that betrayed him a little bit there.
He's used to that 33-22 UP basketball as Adom knocks down a 3.
And that matchup isn't going to work. Robinette on Adom is just not going to be the look that the Comets want.
And now Loris Upshaw going to dribble, and he gets a layup to go against tough defense by Cruikshank. And Eddie Boom Thigpen sitting in front of us at the scores table ready to check in as Cruikshank now going to work. And it will be Robinette on Adom again. Adom going to swing it around quick up top. And back to him for an open look at 3. Can't get it to fall. Tough shot there.
And that shot was not affected by Robinette, if you ask me. I mean, that's still not the matchup you want. Oof.
And now the Comets going to get it traveled just a little too fast there, maybe for Lowe and Hollis, and Robinette will check out. He'll get a break. Eddie Thigpen, Boom, HBK Boom to some of you, his rap career. He's got some solid albums, does Eddie. He'll come into the game for his second time today for the Comets after starting. Comets tied 24-24. Again, Wheaton number 6 in the country in D3. And Adom now working on Boom, dribbles right by him. And Boom maybe shows a little difference in what he brings to the table. A
little bit different matchup there.
Swap. Boom. Yeah, Boom's real good at blocking. He's real lengthy. He gets a lot of blocks. Really talented, tough defender. And he shows why there with that tough defense. Adom got by him, but he erased the attempt. Open look at 3 here from the corner by Cruikshank. And Nick, I think we've seen if you give Wheaton an open look, they're probably not going to miss it. They lead by 3.
Well, and they're going to shoot. They shoot the ball so confidently, and you just have to be always aware. You can't give up your guy these little down screens and up screens to get their three-point shooters open.
And now Hollis has it at the top of the key, throws it to Loris, and Loris loses the handle. Looks like he's saying, Hollis, you threw a little high. Loris not exactly the height some of the other players, so maybe Patrick was throwing for somebody else his height, but it will be another turnover here for the Comets as they trail by 3, under 8:30 to go here at the Cutler Event Center. And that is the Comets' 7th turnover of the contest as Dane Voss and Noah Wiswary come to the scorer's table. Adom working now. They get the switch, so it's Boom on Peterson down low. Boom tries to poke out from behind, and they got him for the foul. So, Nick, you mentioned it. Refs calling a very different game so far official-wise than we saw against number 4 Platteville.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that these aren't calls that are warranted. They are. It's just a much different environment than we saw last week.
And it'll be now Thunder inbounding from the baseline to Peterson, now to Anthony up top. And now over to Cruikshank in the far corner. He stepped out of bounds. That'll be a turnover for the Thunder. And it'll be all the Comet basketball here, 27-24. Comets on the floor, Tev Ali, Noah Wiswary, Derek Johnson, Dane Voss, and Eddie Boom Thigpen. Wiswary will bring it up the left side of the court. Cruikshank defending, the senior out of the Thunder for Wheaton. It'll be Dane Voss now, top of the key. Working, trying to find somebody open, finds Wiswary open. He'll let it fly. Can't get it to fall. Oh, a good box out down low by Luke Anthony. Nick, and Boom jumped up. Didn't get his hands on the ball, but they called him for an over the back.
That's a tough call. I mean, that's a tough call. It was a good box out. You got to give all the credit there to the Thunder for that box out, but that's a tough call, and that's Boom Thigpen's 3rd foul.
That is 3 with 7:51 left in this first half. And that's the bonus now, so it'll send, that's going to be for the Thunder. It looks like Luke Anthony out of Wheaton, Illinois, local kid again. Played quarterback at Dayton before transferring to set some records at Wheaton. And he'll get that first free throw to 1-1 to go. And again, Luke Anthony had a Wheaton record, 35 touchdowns and 4 picks in 2019.
It's a decent year.
Pretty solid, I guess. As he'll shoot his second of the 1-1 here. 3 dribbles, sets, and puts it up and in. Luke Anthony, he also had 7 touchdowns in a playoff game. 3 of those went to Peterson, who's now down on the left block defending. So it'll be Tev Ali now for the Comets. Has it, gets it down to Ryan Robinette on the baseline. He likes that fadeaway jumper. He's kind of poking for it.
Good, Ryan.
And that's going to be contact now on Anthony. And Nick, I think you could maybe say the officials are trying to establish the level of physical play they're willing to allow here.
Well, and that's exactly right. They're showing that, yes, this is a penalty, and he went over and he modeled it to the coach, and he said this is illegal, and it is, but it is definitely a thing we were letting slide last week.
Physical game with Platteville, who was number 4 in that game, and that's going to be number 2 for Luke Anthony. For the Thunder, he'll take a seat. And now it'll be Derek Johnson getting a high screen for Ali. Ali thought about it. They left him alone. Just that little hitch, that hesitation, he misses. And it's now a 5-point lead for Wheaton heading the other way. Cruikshank going to go right into the heart of the D, and he takes it right at Robinette. And that's going to be 31-24 now. 7:10 to go here in the first half. Good screen by Dane Voss. Wiswary got in the air, didn't know where he was going with it. Found Ali on the far baseline. He dribbles in. And he gets his own rebound. Can't get it to fall. Dane Voss, though, one of the best offensive rebounders in the country, shows why. Tips it in for 2, 31-26. And it's now going to be Adom working against Ali. I think they like that matchup. Ali can guard some guards. And that's going to be Peterson, the tight end there, maybe doing the little establish the edge, little arc release. It's got the hair of a football player.
I was just going to say, if you had to guess, which one of these guys is a tight end?
I don't want that guy sealing the edge on an outside run. Absolutely there.
Big down block.
That's his second foul, though. 31-26 now. Comets trail. That foul, the 6th for Wheaton. It's now going to be inbound here. Wiswary. Hollis back into the game. Ali going to take a break. So it'll be Derek Johnson, the senior, leading up with Wiswary, Hollis, Voss, and Robinette. Johnson now with a pop 3, can't get it to fall. Voss battling, gets the offensive rebound, real hard pass into Hollis. Wasn't ready for it, found Wiswary, now Robinette, open 3, and he's on the sideline. The sidelines
That's
here.
About the 3rd or 4th time we've seen a shooter clip the sideline. They're really watching that as well.
Yeah, they got their eyes on it. It is interesting. It's a black line, then a little clear space, then a full red line. So maybe a little not as clear, not sure, but that's another Comet turnover, and that's Robinette who had a look at an open 3. Thunder now, Cruikshank working, trying to get Adom with the ball. They like that matchup against Robinette. Good screen there by Cruikshank, gets in the way. They'll swing around now to U Vegas. Now down low to Alioff. He's working on Voss. That's a fun matchup down low. Physical. Looking for the drop step. Spinning in. And solid defense. Pat Hollis came running from behind. I'm curious to see if they got him.
And I think that's probably.
Ooh, and it's going to be Voss instead down low. Because it looks like Voss, they're having pretty good showdown down low.
Yeah, a nice one-on-one matchup, and we've talked about it so many times. Voss doing the dirty work, getting those offensive rebounds, really playing tough post defense.
And Alioth makes the first. He's a 72% free throw shooter. And again, number 1 in all of D3 in double-doubles. Another great rebounder, can score, misses that free throw. And a tough pass by Wiswary. Finds Voss and unable to put up a shot. He kicks out to Robinette on the left wing. Robinette now working on Adom. He's going to pop a 3. Can't get that to fall. Hollis battling, but Alioth able to get the board. Thunder going in transition. That's U Vegas. Tough reverse layup, can't fall. Robinette now has it. U Vegas vying for position. Good transition look for Dane Voss. And again, Nick, if you're a big guy, you run the floor, you get looks, and he just got another one.
Hustle. He generates stats from pure strength and hustle.
And he just looks like a competitor down low. Got that prominent jaw stuck out, ready to go. Reminds me of Patrick Maloney, an old football coach from back in the day. Missed shot for the Thunder, 32-28. Comets trail by 4 with the ball. Wiswary will shoot, and he knocks it down. A long 2 for Noah.
And that was a run the Comets needed. You had the sense that this was about to get away from them, and they did a good job reeling it back in.
And we saw that happen a few times against Platteville, where it felt like, okay, Platteville's settling in, but the Comets would get a big defensive play and a good run. And they're on one here, 32-30, under 5 to play. And it looked like Derek Johnson thought he poked that one out, and he did. It'll be Thunder basketball as they'll bring in for the first time today Eddie Scott, junior guard out of Bowie, Maryland. And that'll give Crookshank his first rest of the day. Been playing hard. Scott going to come right in, and he'll inbound for the Thunder. And Scott throws it right up to Alioth. Nobody on him. Good screens down low, but it pops out. Rebound handled by Hollis. 2 points now. Comets have a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Wiswary going to drive into 2 defenders. Floats it up, doesn't go. Dane Voss fighting for it. Good heads-up play there by Chavello, and it'll be Thunder basketball. Adom now in transition. Probing into the defense. Thought about one, instead finds an open 3. That looks like Chavello. Can't get it to fall. Rebound handled by Wiswary. Wiswary now attacking. A lot of contact with him and U Vegas. Great pass to Robinette. Good dish to Hollis. And they're going to say it was out of bounds. Looked like a block, maybe a foul. Hollis does have his left wrist wrapped. Longhorn there with Loris Upshaw going to check in with Tev Ali.
Some real physicality in transition there. That's the problem as an official.
The consistency,
if you're going to set the bar here, and then you have to keep calling it that way all night.
It's tough as Robinette going to work on a smaller Scott. He loves that step back fadeaway, and he can knock it down. While he might wear the 2-4 of Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, he says his game is like Manu Ginobili.
I love that comparison.
Absolutely, and he's showing it a little more today, that offense. He ties it up, 32-32. Open shot for Alioth, won't go down. Good board by Upshaw. He skies for the rebound, and he'll lead the break. And again, Upshaw, a freshman, puts that one up in transition. Good offensive board for Hollis on the Upshaw miss. He'll dribble in, puts it up, and Pat Hollywood Hollis. Good bucket, Comet lead.
Good one-on-one physical attack. That was all by himself. He got the rock and was going to score.
And again, coming off his best game of the season at 12-6 against number 4 Platteville, Hollywood Hollis showing that when the lights are bright, he is ready to go. 34-32 gives the Comets the lead. 3 to play in this first half. Now U Vegas working, under 10 on the shot clock. Gets it to Scott. Scott a high screen. They leave Alioth alone. Johnson fighting. Hollis comes up with it. He'll dribble it in, a throwdown slam for Pat Hollis. And that's going to be a timeout for head coach Mike Schauer and the number 6 Thunder.
And the Comets love that defensive possession. These high screens, the high ball screens that are happening from the Thunder, the Comets are starting to figure it out. You might not know to look at them, but they really can switch almost every position on the floor. Such good defensive basketball, and to get that would have been a shot clock violation, turned into a transition dunk on the other end. That's huge. Olivet now up 4.
And that's what I was just going to say, Nick. Just how little that could change, that Derek Johnson didn't just look up and go, oh, shot clock's going to run out. Eddie Scott was running toward half court. but he instead kept fighting, kept scrapping, because that goes from, okay, now we set up our offense, to here's a dunk to go up 4, force a timeout for Wheaton, again to reset. Olivet College coming in 2 and 3 overall. They lead 36-32 here with under 5 before halftime against number 6 Wheaton College. Wheaton coming off a win over the number 3 team in the land, Illinois Wesleyan, as Olivet looking for a great W for their resume today as we come out of this timeout. Dane Pavlovsky joined by Nick Pavlovsky. Pleasure to have him on the call. Pleasure to be here to call this great game. 2 in a row we've had so far. Coach Hargraves gets the cup of water as we come out ready to go with Lawrence Upshaw, Derek Johnson, Ryan Robinette, Pat Hollis, and Tev Ali.
Well, you got to think Wheaton is capable of shooting better than they're currently shooting from 3. So all of that's getting a little bit of a gift there, but they are taking advantage, shifting that momentum into their own favor.
They absolutely are. They're 26 right now % from the three-point line. They shoot about 33%, so good D. And they right out of the timeout, Nick, you hate to see it if you're Wheaton. Vegas tries to throw down low. Good cut by Adom, but it goes out of bounds off his hands.
Well, Adom not only great with the ball in his hands, he's always moving. You cannot take your eyes off him. We saw early in the game a great back cut against Boom Thigpen that led to a score.
And that's going to be a nice off a screen shot for Johnson. Can't get it to fall, but again, Hollis on the offensive glass. He goes up. Can't get that to fall, but Nick, Adom, this is going to date me, but he reminds me of Richard Hamilton. Rip Hamilton moving off the ball. He's just so good at coming off those screens, can dribble, can shoot, and he's really tough to guard. But here it'll be Patrick Hollis at the free throw line, a 27% free throw shooter. Hasn't shot many this season. He'll try here.
Well, for a shooter as good as Adom, a lot of times they'll camp out in the corner, and that's not his game. He is always trying to find a spot where he can get open. He doesn't care if it's a layup, he doesn't care if it's a mid-range jumper, doesn't matter. And their offense sets so many screens on and off the ball to get Adom open. That's why he's such a problem.
Hollis makes the first, the lead now 5. And he misses that one. Rebound handled by Peterson, who just checked in. Again, 6'6", 250. The big they have down low right now do the Thunder. And again, 5-point lead, 2.5 to go in this first half. Cruikshank, good dump down low to Vegas. Good reverse layup using the right hand. And that'll make it 3-point game here as the Comets now try to answer. Derek Johnson working against Vegas. He'll kick down to Hollis. Hollis now to Ali. Thought about a 3. Instead he'll throw down to Hollis. Hollis knocked off his spot a little bit by Peterson. They're bumping down low. Hollis puts it up. He misses. And Hollis doesn't necessarily have that tight end muscle that Peterson does down low. You can see Peterson just kind of, okay. Is this now going to be Cruikshank down low? Easy way up against Low there. 37-36, under 2 to go. Comet lead just down to 1 now.
Coach Hargraves in the last couple possessions, as soon as Hollywood gets it, he's saying, yes, yes, that's the matchup that he wants. He likes the work that Hollywood's doing right now.
And now it's going to be Robinette all alone on the left side against Adom. He's going to go to the post. He loves that fadeaway. Can't get it to fall. Upshaw, though, gets the weak side board. Out to Hollis. Now Johnson. And it's going to be a foul, I think, on Vegas. We'll make sure here.
Nice job, Lawrence.
It's going to be Cruikshank. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. We continue to see people for the Comets stepping up. Low Upshaw, we saw him flash in the last game, and it seems like he's proving that he is a person who can go out there and run the offense and do the things you need, and that's so important from your young guys, moving from a hard part of the season into the stuff where it really starts to matter in conference.
Absolutely. Couple games a week. Oh, you're going to need some guys to step up as Johnson, the senior guard, misses that free throw. 37-36, 1-point lead, about 1:10 to play. Here at the Cutler Event Center, number 6 Wheaton trails. Cruikshank trying to make that a little different. Can't get that 3 to fall. Who are they going to say it goes off? They're going to say it goes off of the hands of Tev Ali, so it'll stay Thunder basketball. 20 seconds left on the shot clock for Wheaton.
All that needs to stay heads up on these inbound plays. Right,
and again,
see right there.
We've seen 3 times on the inbound. They've got really easy looks. They've missed the first 2 easy layups. They get that one to go, and they take the lead under a minute here at the Cutler Event Center. Derek Johnson now gets a high screen from Hollis. A lot of physicality there. He'll dump off to Robinette. Hollis going to set another high screen. Rolls down and said they'll kick to Ali. Ali working against Alioth, really driving down low. Good job, good footwork by Tev takes the lead back for the Comets.
Ali wants to get his game going here, and that's a good way to do it, showing that one-on-one footwork ability in the post.
Against one of the best defenders in D3 in Cade Alioff. Adom misses, and Ali gets a board. So now, no shot clock. It'll be 23. Comets can hold for the last shot. 20 seconds here. They are up by 1 against number 6, Wheaton. And it sounds like we're going to get a screen from Pat Hollis, if I had to guess.
Pat said it, go!
And they're waiting now, 10 seconds on the clock, now 7, and Derek Johnson going to take the screen. They're looking for somebody to slip instead. Johnson will shoot and knock down the 3. We see him, little Sam Cassell, dribbling down. Loris Upshaw blocked that full court attempt.
Oh, that makes me nervous.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
If you're low Upshaw, you do not want to get your hands anywhere near that ball, and they could call a foul for 3 free throws going into the locker room. Look, I appreciate the hustle.
Yeah,
however,
great hustle.
Sometimes
Love to see it.
That's a freshman move.
Maybe a little bit. But with that 3 by Derek Johnson, which you could even hear the bench was kind of going, Derek, and he knocked it down. Derek Johnson 1 for 4 from three-point land, but it matters. He's got that one, 42-38. The Comets lead here by 4. We'll give you some stats really quick. For the visiting number 6 Wheaton Thunder, Nyameye Adom, the guy who we knew we were going to have to watch, is leading their team, 14 points, 2 for 5 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds. Tyson Cruikshank, Nick, really good so far, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Luke Anthony's got 5. He's made a 3. Spencer Peterson has 4 points. Alioff has 3 points, 3 assists, 5 boards. Vegas has 2 points, 2 assists. Nick, if we look at the Thunder so far this first half, they trail by 4. They're number 6 in the land. What has impressed you from the Wheaton College Thunder?
Well, their offense has such a good design. It makes it, you can't take a break on defense because they set up their inside game with their outside play. You have to recognize they can shoot the 3. They're not shooting up to their normal percentages right now, but you still can't take your foot off the gas in terms of perimeter defense because as soon as they catch you with one of those topside ball screens, they're letting it rip. They're shooting like they know they can. So that opens up lanes where you can cut, where people can drive, and it just means 5 people need to be defending at all times. There's no breaks. The biggest things that the Comets can do to stop that is understand your angles. If you're the guy on the backside and you're guarding 2, understand that you can come closer to the rim to cut down that passing lane angle. You don't have to be out in the back corner on that three-point shooter, even though they're great shooters, because you can get in the lane, cut down that angle almost like a hockey goalie coming out of the crease, and they have to do that, or they'll continue to give up those outside shots in the back corner.
Well, like you said, Wheaton currently shooting under their usual season average from three-point land. They are a shooting team. Coach Hargrave said our number one thing to stop is to penetrate and kick. We've seen them try that, but they're just not making some open threes. They are 4 of 17 from the three-point line, are the Thunder. On the Comet side, Eddie Thigpen in his first game back after missing some time due to concussion protocol. He's got 6 points for the Comets. He also has 3 fouls, so had some reduced minute time there in the first half. Tev Ali has 6 points, has 4 rebounds. Dane Voss, 6 points, 3 boards. Derek Johnson so far filling up the stat sheet, has 5 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, made that big 3 at the end of the half. Loris Upshaw has 5 and 2 rebounds. Patrick Hollis in a half, 5 points, 7 boards, 5 and 3 for Robinette. And then Noah Wiswary has 4 points, 2 assists, and a rebound. So Nick, for the Comets, you've seen them now 1.5 games. What did you like out of the Olivet Comets in that first half?
It jumps right off the page, and you can see it. 6-6-6, 5-5-5, 4-4. Their scoring is so balanced, they can do it from anywhere. Are they excellent top of the heap at any one way to score the basketball? Maybe not necessarily, but they can do it in so many ways that you can't let your guard down and just give a guy a shot. Like you said, Tev Ali, he hasn't shown that he hasn't hit the threes yet, but obviously still a threat. They have to treat him that way, and that goes for almost everyone on the court. One thing that I loved, and I mentioned it a little bit here in passing, is that every time Hollywood Hollis touched the ball, Coach was loving it. He said, yes, yes, yes. Or he's the guy that they wanted to get on the screen and roll. He's obviously getting his game going, and you can't say enough about those young guys stepping up, what that's going to mean to the Comets here in the second half and moving into conference play.
And I think that's so important, Nick, and that's something Coach Hargraves, if you ever get a chance to chat with him, anyone, I recommend you do, but he's a straight shooter, and he will sit and he'll tell you, hey, Patrick Hollis might not be our leading statistic guy, but if he's hot, if he's playing well, he's our guy. And he's told us last week when we talked to him that, we have 10 to 12 guys on our roster who could legit score 8 to 10 points in a D3 basketball game. And we're seeing it really spread out that whoever's got the hot hand as the Comets try to get this one against a number 6, again, their second game in a row against a top 10 opponent after a close loss to Wisconsin Platteville last week. They're looking to switch that as they have a lead here, 42-38 at the half. Some team stats, the Comets currently shooting almost 50% from the field, 17 of 36, where Wheaton just around 37%. Comets are 3 of 9 from the three-point line. Wheaton has shot 17 triples, and they've made only 4. So, Nick, you kind of mentioned in the first half, you got to think some more of those are going to start to fall. They had a long trip. It was snowy. It was kind of a blizzard. So maybe they're getting off the bus a little bit. The Thunder have gotten to the line 11 times. They've made 8. The Comets are 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Comets started out with some of that turnover trouble, but it's even right now, 7 turnovers apiece. Thunder are a little bit better. They have 11 points off turnovers compared to Olivet's 8. Comets currently winning the rebound battle, which we kind of expected as they play kind of post first with 24 to Wheaton's 21. Offensively, 9 rebounds for each squad. Thunder a little better at assisting, 10 to Olivet's 8. Comets have 2 blocks, 3 steals. But again, Nick, the bench points. The Comets have 15 points off the bench, 22 of their 42 coming in the paint, and 7 second chance points. And another thing I'll point out, the Comets currently have 6 fast break points. 2 of those were a dunk coming late in the shot clock. The Thunder have 0 fast break points. So currently what the Comets have cooking is working. We'll see if they can keep it going. The Comets currently lead 42-38. We've got about 10 minutes left before the second half starts. Nick, overall general things, what are you looking to see in this second half before we take a little break?
Well, my biggest thing, and this is going to be a shout-out to Coach Brian Dean at the Ashgrove High School.
Dean.
Yep, coached with him for
Go
many
Pirates.
years down there. And his biggest thing on defense against teams that could shoot, find next, find next. You can't be the person just standing there down in the paint because the ball is away from you. Find next, and that's been absolutely killer for the Comets. They've gotten away with it in the first half because they're not shooting so well, are the Thunder from 3, but find next, find next, find next. Stay active on defense. Look, Adom has 14.
He does.
Wouldn't have guessed it.
Yeah.
They're doing a good
Seems
job on
quiet.
him. Yeah, that guy, he's going to get his. And if he's, he'll have a 28-point game, and the Comets could still win. So the type of defense they're playing on him has to continue. On the other side, you have to think that the Thunder they're gonna score. They're gonna get hot. If I'm them, I keep working Robert Tunyon. I mean Peterson.
He
looks like Robert Tunyon.
He might be
There's
Robert
no way around
Tunyon.
it.
Have we
Spencer
seen them in the room at the
Peterson,
same
I have
time?
not. Keep working Spencer Peterson in the paint, offensively and defensively.
Yeah.
Work it into him, slow it down, make the Comets come off of their perimeter defense, and they'll be able to kick it back out and get that moving. They have to. I think that to hang in this game, Wheaton is going to have to heat up from 3, and they've shown that they can in the past.
And Nick, it'll be interesting to see. It is a 4-point game right now. Wheaton, they have 10 games under their belt. They're 9-1. 7 of those 10 games have been decided by 10 points or less. 5 of those games have been decided by 4 points or less.
So you cannot count on them to fold in a close game situation.
They keep them close, and looking at the scouting report, who they played against, they kind of play to the level of competition, and they keep it close. The one game they have lost was one of those close games, again, a buzzer beater 3 at Elmhurst on December the 4th. So we'll see how this one wraps up. 42-38. Comets lead the number 6 team in Division III, the Wheaton College Thunder. Dan Pavlovsky here, Nick Pavlovsky next to me. We're going to take a couple-minute break. We'll be back to get set for second half action here on WOCR 89.1, The One. And it is WOCR 89 1-1. Dane Pavlovsky joined to my left by Nick Pavlovsky. And we got a good one. Olivet College men's basketball. Olivet 42, Wheaton 38 as we start second half action. The visiting number 6 Thunder will start with the ball, heading from right to left across their radio dial in their road dark blue with orange on the side. And this will be Tyson Cruikshank starting the offense here. He'll kick to Vegas. Now to Adom working against Boom. He'll swing around to the corner. Looks like Considine. Same starters for each squad. Vegas now to Alioff. He'll swing over to Considine. Now to Vegas all alone on the left side. Cruikshank going to stop and pop. And he gets the scoring started here, 42-40. And Tyson Cruikshank, the senior guard, getting things going here for the Thunder. It'll now be the Comets' first offensive possession here in the second half. It'll be Tev Ali driving, kick out to Noah Wiswary. He'll drive in, kick to Dane Voss, and a good look, and you can see Coach Hargrave is fired up. Good start so far, 44-40, 19-10 to go. Vegas will start, he'll swing over to Adom. Now to Considine on the left wing, back up to Adom, open three, and he does not miss many open looks. We're going to timeout right away. Nick, you're a basketball coach. Why are we seeing a timeout already from Mike Schauer?
Well, he's obviously got a really distinct and specific plan coming in here into the second half. I would say they executed, at least in those first two, where they moved the ball around, they got the shots they wanted, and they both went down. So at this point, if I'm the coach, I'm saying, okay, now we're back, our feet are under us, it's time to press the advantage. I wouldn't be shocked to see some kind of little tweak here defensively, have a run and jump, have a press, have some kind of a trap going on to try to speed up this Comets offense, not let them get a good look, because they got a good look at the basket as well in their second set.
A great feed from Noah Wiswary to Dane Voss to start things out. As Voss gets on the scoreboard, he's got 8 points, 3 boards. He actually leads all Comet scorers. Does Dane Voss, the senior forward, down low. And we'll see how Wheaton comes out of this timeout. 19:01, 44-43. Comets still lead by 1 over the number 6 team in all of Division III, the Wheaton Thunder. Derek Johnson working to get it down low to Boom. Vegas still defending Boom. We saw that early in the game as well. And they're going to get him for a foul right away. Nick, every time they put that arm bar up in the post, they're pretty much calling the foul.
They have been very consistent with that, and I'm not really sure what Vegas is going to do besides get the arm up, because Boom does have the size and weight advantage in that matchup.
And they'll take Vegas out now. His second foul, they'll bring in Luke Anthony, the quarterback for the Thunder. Tev Ali now gets the inbound pass. He'll swing over to Boom. Boom, we didn't see a lot. He had 6 points as he drives in, and he shows why he is so dangerous, not just shooting, not just in the post, but off the dribble with that left-hand layup. Now Adom trying to answer, and goodness gracious, transition 3. Adom is tough. He's got 22 threes to start this half. And now Derek Johnson going to drive against him. He'll try to match pull-up jumpers. He can't here. We're going to foul. I think it's going to be Dane Voss down low battling against Cade Alioff. And it will be Dane Voss on the foul. And now we're going to see a little defensive pressure. Go ahead, Nick.
That's a tough call. I mean, it looked like maybe he had his arm hooked, but it was battling both ways. When you're both battling, the person who has better position is going to be the one that gets the call, and that's what happened.
And now it's going to be Olivet with a little bit of defensive pressure. And it's going to be Cruikshank now. Thank you, Hargraves. It's Adom now back at the top. He'll swing to Considine on the right wing. 16 on the shot clock. Working against Ali. I think they're going to Tev Ali on a reach there.
So one thing I did see in that possession there is Dane Voss kind of directing traffic from the low block on defense. They were trying to get a back screen to set someone up in the back corner, and Dane Voss had his eyes on it, was getting his boys in the right position.
You need that floor general, and he is one here for the Comets from the post as Boom gets a rebound off a missed shot by Cruikshank. As Boom going to lead the offense here. Again, Boom didn't get a lot of time. His first game back off concussion protocol. Feeling better, looked good in practice yesterday. And he's now working. Step back, 3, can't fall. Alioff handles the rebound, but Boom, 3 fouls in that first half as well. But he still has 6 points here, 8 points, excuse me. As Alioff now down low. Just have to go. And they're going to call the foul. It looked like Dane Voss thought about taking a charge, but then Alioff kind of came off the gas a little bit, so he got just the easy way up. But from the sideline, we're going to get a foul called on Dane Voss down low by the sideline official. That's his 3rd foul for Dane Voss.
And that was just a good athletic play by Alio, being able to elevate instead of attack forward into that attempt to take a charge.
And now Alio from the free throw line. He gets that to go. 49 now 46. Thunder lead by 3, and Dane Voss is off the court for the Comets. It is Johnson, Wiswary, Ali, Hollis, and Boom. A lot of length on the court right now for Olivet. They'll swing over to Wiswary. Wiswary defended tightly by Cruikshank. Down low now to Boom against Anthony. Up top to Hollis for 3. And I think it got tipped. We're going to see a lot. Of course, Olivet saying it got tipped and went out of bounds. Of course, Wheaton saying no, it was an air ball. But it will be. The refs have decided it is Olivet basketball.
Well, regardless, Hollis didn't hit anything there, and I'm not entirely sure that's the look that you want. Maybe he can shoot the ball.
And he did miss. He made a big 3 last week against UWP, and Coach Hargraves assured me he can shoot from outside.
All right, that's that good insider information that we're getting as the ball gets inbounded.
But it's certainly not their ideal, I think.
Hey, I don't
Derek
know.
Johnson now will inbound to Boom. Now Boom, he can shoot from anywhere. Derek Johnson as well. Can't get that one to fall. Rebound handled by Alioth. Somebody once said the ball don't lie, maybe. And it'll be Thunder basketball. Cruikshank now working. He'll give it to Alioth. Thought about his own 3. Instead, he'll hand off to Anthony. He loves to shoot the 3, and he loves to make the 3. Luke Anthony, his second triple of the day. He's got 8. Boom thought about one at the top. A lot of forearm there for Eddie Boom Thigpen, and he does not like the call. And that's going to be offensive. Luke Anthony is literally flexing on them currently after he took that charge.
Well, unfortunately for the Comets, that's not a difficult call. When you get that full extension on your arm, you're going to get the call. Yeah, was it a good sell? Maybe a little bit, but when you get that arm out from your body, that's when it happens.
Michael Jordan, James Harden, they probably don't get that, but yeah, we'll get there someday maybe. Boom, though, sits down with 4 fouls. 52-46, another 3, and Anthony, another 3. He's loving it. The Thunder are loving it. The number 6 Wheaton Thunder are now up 55-46, and Nick, just like that, Wheaton back on top, almost up by 10. Coach Hargraves wants to talk about it.
Well, we've been saying it all afternoon so far. You know at some point this Thunder team is going to catch fire because that's how they do it. Now, we've also been talking about what do you learn about your team if you're the Comets, and this is a situation that we didn't see a whole lot last week. They were in the game for most of it against a higher-ranked competitor. Now we're going to see what can they do when Wheaton makes a run. Wheaton's got all the momentum right now. You've got your one-on-one scorer, and Boom Thigpen is hurt. Or, I'm sorry, not hurt. He's on the bench for foul.
4 fouls.
Last week.
He was.
So you have to find a way to manufacture. Thigpen showed a little flash of being that guy who you can give him the ball and he can manufacture a bucket, but he's got 4 fouls, so you can't rely on that. Keep doing what you do. Keep working hard. Keep getting rebounds. It's going to have to be someone else on the rebounds as well because Dane Voss finds himself on the bench in the same situation.
And this is an interesting lineup due to foul trouble. We do have Tev Ali, Pat Hollis, Derek Johnson, Noah Wiswary, and Ryan Robinette, who also, Robinette showed some flashes, has 5 points, 3 rebounds for the Comets. Has had a couple of rough games, tough start to the season for Robinette, who's shooting 24 from the floor and 15% from the three-point line. And he'll inbound. As the Comets now, Nick, like you said, we have not in the last 2 games against these ranked opponents seen them down by much. They're down 9 here on their home court against the 6th best team in the country. And Derek Johnson out of the timeout throws it away. Luke Anthony, the same man who made those 2 threes and took the charge, gets the steal. Cruikshank now, old-fashioned and 1. Robinette left standing at the baseline with his hand up. It's on him. And Cruikshank still on the ground, getting helped up now. Hope he's okay. Tyson Cruikshank having a great game so far. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. That'll make it 14 points, chance at 15 as Spencer Peterson checks in for the Thunder.
Well, we can't, look, you don't know. At this point, I would say it wasn't a case last week of Olivet playing their best game and Platteville playing their worst. It wasn't. That was not a fluke. This Olivet team can play. But now they're under even more adversity when they've got this foul trouble and they're down 12. Like, we're going to see what they're made of and what they can do.
And Nick, we talked about the different kind of style of officiating today, a lot less physical. Might be showing a little bit too as the Comets, one of the most fouling teams in MIAA. And another turnover, this one on Robinette. It's now Wheaton 58, Comets 46. And Alioth going to inbound to Cruikshank. And the Comets now with under 16 to go on their home court need a stop. Robinette defending on Adom. Adom now down low to Alioth, working against Hollis. Hollis, one of the better defenders down low, but not a lot of weight. He tries to block, and he gets the block. Good D by Pat Hollis. They're going to throw up to Tev Ali against two in transition. Good dish down low to Hollis. No call on that one. Peterson went down. Did he say flop warning, maybe? They are going to get Spencer Peterson, biggest guy on the court, going to get called for the flop warning. And it'll stay Thunder basketball.
Interesting.
Dot, dot, dot.
Interesting change in physicality from play to play in terms of what the refs are allowing and what they're not. That looked like a good athletic play by a big kid, if you ask me, but that's a tough call.
And Hargraves, you can hear him just say to Coach Mike Schauer jokingly, he's an All-American football player, and he is. But it is going to be Thunder basketball now with Luke Anthony showing he doesn't just throw touchdowns, shoot threes, take charges, he also can mop the floor. And he did. Peterson now with it, the man with the flop warning, kicks into his quarterback. And his quarterback, Luke Anthony, gets that to go. Luke Anthony has not had a smile off of his face since the second half is tipped. He has been in on every big play. And Nick, when you're the quarterback who can play at the D1 level, came to D3 now to play at Wheaton, he's an athlete, and you can tell he's kind of got that charisma going with as he's going to go to the line to finish an old-fashioned three-point play.
And he plays with a lot of joy and excitement, and his team really feeds off that, and he's been a big part of this, stretching out this lead so far in the second half.
You ready, Derek?
And he puts this free throw up, and he makes it a three-point play. 62 now, 61 here with 15 to go in the Cutler Event Center. Wiswary has it, working now against Anthony. Tev Ali going to drive down, and he'll get his own chance at an and-one opportunity. Kevin Ali, the senior center for Olivet College.
The Thunder have really cranked up their perimeter defense. They're going around screens, working hard, sticking with their guy, not switching, and that's kind of slowed down the Comets' offense a little bit, made them stop and take that extra second, and it's forced some bad passes. So I think that was the best thing for him right there. Feed it into Tev Ali and let him go to work.
And he went to work. Two defenders down low. Spencer Peterson won. He got his third foul. As now Ali gets the free throw to go. Tev Ali. Again now about 3 for 6, I believe, from the free throw line this season. He's got 8 points today. Alioth now as the Comets trail by 12. Cruikshank probes into the defense. Instead he'll kick out. That's going to be out to Chavello. And now an open three look for Alioth. Can't get it to fall. Chases down his own rebound, but he taps it out of bounds. Tangles up with the ref, who says Olivet basketball, and Pat Hollis continues to battle.
And Wheaton's not going to stop shooting. They're not going to stop scoring. So it's going to be on you. It's going to be incumbent on the Comets to make those defensive plays.
And down 12, Nick, not a great outside shooting team are the Comets. You got to think offensive possessions are paramount here as they get it down to Hollis. Hollis now working on the right block, working on the smaller defender. And look at the post moves. That's Hollywood, baby.
Look, what you got to remember is you don't have to get 12 points back in consecutive possessions. Just keep working. There's a lot of game left. Keep going with what your advantages are, and that's in the post.
And a lot of juice here from Hargraves right in front of us. 61-51, 10 points again. The Thunder, number 6 in the land. And they're going to get an offensive foul. And Nick, you got to love to see that if you're a Comet. That's going to be on Nick Chavello because Adom had an open look at 3 off of that screen.
Absolutely. One of the gamesmanship things that the Comets can be doing right now is sell those screens. They do so many back screens on the perimeter. Sell those screens. Make the refs see that contact because it's going to happen sooner or later.
And that'll be Noah Wiswary running the offense for the Comets. He'll swing to freshman Low Upshaw. Lawrence out of Cass Tech. He'll swing to Ali. Now a high-low to Hollis. Hollis working, and they're going to get Pat Hollis for an offensive foul. And that's going to be the same guy who just had an offensive foul. Nick Chavello, the sophomore guard, draws a charge of his own.
So it's going to be important here for both teams in terms of the offensive fouls to just be careful and understand that it's unpredictable at this point what's going to get called and what's not in that particular situation.
And now Adom going to dump it off to Chavello, who just took the charge. Pat Hollis coming up. Pat Hollis, another one of those defenders who Hargrave says can guard the guard, but instead they'll get it down low to Luke Anthony. Again, perma-smile on his face as he's fouled down low by Noah Wiswary. Wiswary's third foul.
Tough fouling situation here for the Comets, but really I don't hate that foul. I mean, make it a difficult layup, make him earn it.
And Anthony is from the free throw line about 70% here today. And that'll make him 5 of 8 on the day, 70% on the season so far. He's got 15, Luke Anthony does off the bench. He averages 5.8 points a game. Big day here for the Thunder. They'll look to make the lead 12 here with this free throw. And he gets it to go. 63-51, 13:48 to go. Comets down 12 after they started the half with a lead. Derek Johnson setting the offense to senior guard. He'll give it over to Low Upshaw. Upshaw now. Wheaton finds Wiswary. Wiswary at the top of the key. Anthony defending, the man of the half. Luke Anthony for the Thunder. Wiswary dribbles, finds himself alone in the corner, shoots a three. Can't get it to fall. Good rebound box out there. It's going to be, Chavello as now Adom drives in. Volleyball sets it up to himself. Elioff ends up with it down low. Anthony an open three, and he finds front iron. No Wiswary now trying to lead. You hear Coach Hargrave yell, take off in the transition offense. Instead, Wiswary gets stuck. Derek Johnson now, right wing. They throw into Tev Ali with double coverage. Good cut by Hollis, and he's fouled. He'll shoot two.
And that was a great job by Ali, understanding that the double team was coming. The double team was already there, and that's a situation where, again, those guards have to see it fast, and as soon as it hits their hands, pop, pop, get it down. It makes the whole defense adjust. But Ali did such a good job there of understanding the double team was coming, accept the double team, and know that you've got a teammate who's going to be open on the other side of the paint.
And that teammate is Pat Hollis, who misses his first free throw attempt. Again, not a great free throw shooter on the year, around 27%. Today he's 1 for 3 from the line, but has 7 points and 8 rebounds. Here at the Cutler Event Center, down 12 are the Comets. And Hollis ready for his second free throw. Can't get that one to go either. Good rebound there on the weak side by Eli Considine out of Portage, Wisconsin for these Wheaton Thunder. Adom now, Wiswary defending. He'll swing over. Quick pass over to Anthony, down low to Considine. Considine working on Upshaw, and Upshaw will get called for the foul. Olivet now already 8 fouls in this second half. That'll be 9 now with Upshaw's foul, his first.
And it has to be about positioning here for the Comets. They have to understand that, especially when they're off the ball, where can I be in relation to the ball to prevent it from getting there in the first place?
That's going to be Considine will make that free throw, a 72% shooter out of Portage, Wisconsin. It's had a couple big games, including a 19-point outing on November the 27th. And he'll get this free throw. Quick dribble, quick shot, quick make. 65-51. Wheaton on top by 14 points here after trailing at the start of this half. The Comets trying to get back. They'll go down low to Tev Ali. Ali now, great spin move, and he scores. Tev,
that was just excellent footwork. So quick on that drop step. Set the guy up going one way, step back the other. Great play.
And Tev Ali really impressing for the second time. He leads all Comet scorers with 9 points and 4 rebounds here at 15 and 5 in the close loss to number 4 Platte Mill. Adom picks up his dribble. Luke Anthony lets one fly from deep. Low Upshaw skies for the board and leads the press. The press break, as Wiswary goes down. Battle on the ground. Not sure how they're going to suss this one out. They're going to say Comet basketball.
Defensively for the Comets, that was the shot that you wanted. You know Anthony's feeling himself right now, but you also know that he's about a 6-point scorer. So if you're going to get him with a deep three from the top of the key, that's an acceptable shot, and they did a good job of getting that long rebound to take it in transition.
And we're going to now see Boom back for the first time after getting his 4th foul. 12 left on the clock, maybe something we bookmark later to look back on as Lawrence Upshaw comes out to take a seat next to Coach. We'll get the good job by the officiating staff using the mop down there. And it'll now be, again, Wheaton inbound. Nick, we've seen. There you get 24 back on the shot clock. But Nick, on the baseline out of bounds, we've seen a few easy looks for the Thunder so far today. for the Thunder down. We'll see what the Comets can do. As Tev Ali now tries to get it back to Boom, and that one goes out of bounds. Turnover, Comets.
Struggling on entry passes. I mean, it's a matter of accepting that they're going to play that tough defense on the perimeter and expecting it. It looked there that Tev Ali wasn't really anticipating that hard front right there immediately, and it came quicker than he was expecting.
And Boom comes right back out. Quick word for Low Upshaw, who checks back in. As Anthony now for the Thunder cuts down low to the right block, can't get a shot up, so it'll be Considine now. Swing over to Alioth. Alioth up top to an open U Vegas. Good closeout by Upshaw, and a good defensive rebound for Hollis. Hollis now going to lead the break, looking for a guard, and he finds one with a little screen handoff to Derek Johnson, who will put up a jumper from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Goes off of Upshaw's leg, now off somebody else's leg. And we're going to get a travel now. Alioth, I guess, who was on the ground with the ball, so it'll be Comet basketball.
So here, look, I really think it looked weird, but I do think that was a travel. He was falling. He had possession. As soon as you have possession and your knee hits the floor, that's a travel. Yeah. It was weird. It was a bang-bang play, but the ref was right on top of it, and I really do believe that was the right call.
I think, like you said, going from that state of kind of off the knee down over, it looked like he did kind of have a little herk-jerk down to the ground. So it will be a turnover for the Thunder. Boom back in the game. Derek Johnson now giving it down low to Boom. Defended by Anthony. Anthony reaches in. And Low Upshaw sitting right next to Coach Hargraves. As Coach Hargraves looking for a drink. It'll be Boom on the baseline.
Cup envy, perhaps.
He does have some cup envy, I think. I might have to fill him up, top him off. Love that Longhorn. As Luke Anthony comes out, that's his third foul. Boom going to inbound on the court with Johnson. And it looks like Tev Ali, Hollis, and Wizard. And now, like you just said, Nick, kind of getting stuck a little bit on the pass here. They'll get it down low to Boom. We've seen Boom in U Vegas all night. And now Boom trying to dribble down, working into the paint, hooks it up, and in and one. Eddie, Boom, big pen.
So you have to think that U Vegas is the Thunder's one of their better defenders because they've wanted that matchup, it looks like, but it also seems like Thigpen can kind of get what he wants from that one, and he's shown that a couple times. I'd keep taking advantage if I was the Comets.
And Boom, a quiet 10, looking to make it 11 here. Again, playing with a lot of fouls, 4 fouls, so hasn't been in as much. And he can't get that free throw to go. Boom shoots about 57% from the line. And you have Loris Upshaw here in front of the table. My guess is he'll come in for Boom. They're almost playing Boom just on offense, but no made free throw means no sub. So Adom now working here against Johnson. Adom has been quiet this half, and he gets that jumper. I don't think he's hit the rim tonight.
You can't ask for much more defensively there, honestly. That was a good defensive effort by Johnson. Adom, we've said it time in and time out, the guy scores the basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to accept that he's going to get his. There's going to be some shots where you do everything that you can, and he's still going to score. And that's a tough problem for a youngish Comets team who hasn't really found their offensive identity yet, and they can't rely on buckets every time down the court. So it just really puts them in a tough way. But, I mean, all the props to Adom. He scores the basketball.
Yeah, he's so good. He's number 2 in their conference. He's top 25 in all of Division III in scoring. He had, he was number 5 in free throws, 6 in assists. He's had 20 or more in all but 3 games this season. He was just 3 of 13 from the field against Elmhurst. Tonight he's 8 of 13, has 4 threes, 22 points. He is a tough scorer, was the conference player of the year last year, and an All-American on the second team in D3, and he's showing why. He had a 41-point game earlier, so the Comets now try to answer. They're down 12, and that'll be, I think they're going to say it was a kick, maybe? Yeah, they're going to say it was a kick violation. It looked like it went out of bounds off of Derek Johnson, but I think they're going to say that there might have been a kick.
Well, regardless, there have been several missed free throws in a row for the Comets, and in this half, a lot of just missed plays of the basketball that resulted in turnovers, and you just can't have it against a team that can score the way the Thunder can.
And at halftime, this turnover battle was 7-7. It was even. Now it's 13-9. The Comets now had a few turnovers this half as they trail by 12, and they have decided that was Thunder ball out of bounds off of Johnson. Alioth now working on Derek Johnson. Huge advantage. They're going to get a foul as Derek Johnson was trying to battle off that switch down low, but Alioth just too big, 6'6", 205 down low.
And you can take advantage of that in some ways. If you get a switch of a guard onto a big, the big's mindset is immediately score. They're thinking rim. And if you can have someone attack down the paint fast to pick or dig on that ball, they're oftentimes not expecting it.
And Alioth is a 16.9 point per game scorer. They've got him at just 7 right now with that first free throw. So they're holding him down. Again, he's number 1 in all of Division III in double-doubles this season. Top 10 in rebounding for defensive rebounds and total boards is Alioth. And he makes that one. He's really tough. He was all-state runner-up in high school, and the last time, again, they played the Comets, he had 13, 9, and 4. But now it's a little trouble time. 10 minutes left. Comets trail by 14. Against, again, Wheaton number 6 is Hollis. Patrick Hollis working down low. He all the way across the court to Tev Ali on the left wing. Ali now down to the corner to Boom. Boom again playing with 4 fouls. Ali dribbles in, fakes the shot, hangs, can't get that one to fall. Defensive rebound handled by Colin Uvegas. And they'll get it to their guy, Nyameye Adom. And he'll kick to Cruikshank, who's having a great game, goes right by Eddie Thigpen, who Nick has 4 fouls.
It's a hard spot for Eddie Thigpen. The Thunder know it. He just can't afford to play real hard defense there, and they got a free layup.
And again, we know the Comets play hard defense. They're number 1 in the conference in fouls, but they play real hard. Tev Ali gets stuck down low. Hollis will shoot a jumper. He misses just about everything up there. 71-55 now. 9:10 to go as Dane Voss and Loris Upshaw head to the scorer's table. Cruikshank now running things for the Thunder. Alioth going to hand off to Adom, and he'll dribble in. And tough deal. Looks like Ali came over, but so did Hollis. And they're going to say it's going to be on Patrick Hollis.
And that double team or that help side defense has to come faster against a scorer like this. I mean, it just has to. You have to be in the spot. Yes, are you giving up some perimeter shots? You are. But if you have Adom going toward the rim, he's going to find a way to score or get to the free throw line.
And he makes that free throw. He doesn't miss many. Again, over 80% from the free throw line this year is Nyameye Adom. And he's playing really well, showing again why he was a D3 second-team All-American last year and their player of the year in their conference. So really tough here, and he's knocking this one down, is Adom.
And you mentioned his 41-point game.
Yeah.
It's worth pointing out, 18 points of that came from free throws.
Yep.
So he's going to score or he's going to get to the rim.
And Wiswary trying to get to the rim, instead quickly passes down to Tev Ali. 3 people on him. He'll kick out to Upshaw. 20 on the shot clock for the Comets. Upshaw now gets Cruikshank in the air but doesn't put up a shot. Johnson loves to dribble in and shoot from the elbow, and he makes that one. 73-57, under 9 to play. Cruikshank now having a quiet 17, 8, and 4 is Tyson Cruikshank. And he's working here against Low Upshaw. Senior against the freshman. Adom off a screen. That is textbook money for Nyameye. He looks effortless. He doesn't hit the rim. Everything's a swish. Wiswary gets a tough bucket to fall on the left side. Very Wiswary in that bucket. Adom for an answer. Can't get that 3 to go quick in transition. But Alioth dishes it off to Luke Anthony. And the Thunder are just all over the court right now against the Comets. Wiswary cherry picks a layup there. And that'll be a Hargraves timeout for the Comets. Robinette going to come into the game for Wiswary, it looks like. So, Nick, it's 78-61. Again, the Comets started this half with a lead. And now with just about 8 minutes to play, they trail by 17. Is it too late? What can you do as the Comets to try to get back in?
Well, this is it. I mean, this was the timeout that as soon as he banged that timeout, you know this is it. This is the inflection point in the game where there's not enough time. So you're going to take a Herculean effort on defense to try to slow this team down. And that's with people in foul trouble.
Yep.
You're going to have to give up Voss. I think get Voss in there, have as much of an impact as he can, and understand he's going to foul out, and that's just part of it. You get the feeling that if the Comets had a game in between last week and this week against a non-top 10 opponent,
might have been a good
man, they could have been able to figure things out a little bit. But offensively, you get the sense that they just can't quite figure out who do they need to go to, how can they manufacture a bucket, possession in and possession out.
And the Comets setting up, looks like a little 2-2-1 press maybe. Or maybe diamond they're going to switch now as Dane Voss going to come up onto the inbound, and they're trapping Tyson Cruikshank. Thought he might have stepped out of bounds, but I guess not. Robinette, that pass gets over to Spencer Payton. He's used to that. He's a tight end, one of the best in D3. As he'll kick up now to his quarterback, Luke Anthony. And the Thunder are able to break that press. Cruikshank now working against Loris. Adom thought about one instead. He'll drive in and hang. Blocked by Dane Voss, and it'll be Comet basketball. So that possession, they got him.
That's exactly what I mean. You can't put a leash on Dane Voss right now. You have to let him go out there and do his thing and just understand it's going to come at some point. But if you can get these defensive stops, he's going to be a factor in it. He's proven that.
And you said during the timeout, Nick, now where does the offense come from? That's a question Coach Hargraves said yesterday in his office. Where do we find that? Right now they're trying to from Ali, but he can't get that bucket to go. And it'll be Thunder basketball. Lazy pass, but it gets through. Peterson can't get it to go, and we're going the other way. Comets now from left to right. Upshaw, open transition look, and he fills it up from three, the freshman. Nice bucket, 78-64. Derek Johnson looks like he's ready to check in. And now it's Cruikshank with a 14-point lead, 7 minutes to play. He'll kick over to the left wing to Alioth. Now up top to Peterson. Over to Luke Anthony on the right wing. Adom at the top, defended by Wiswary with 3 fouls. Wiswary now defending. They'll get it down low to Alioth. Alioth working on Voss, who also has 3. Up to an open Peterson. The tight end does not have the range on that one. Wiswary gets the board. Wiswary dribble right into the heart of the defense. Now to the far corner from our vantage point. Lobs it up to Ali. Voss thought about a shot. Now back to Ali. 20 on the shot clock. Back to Upshaw. Upshaw driving in. He'll put up a jumper, and he'll get it to go low. Take it over.
You have to love that out of a young kid, just to see that he can be that guy. He knows he can. He's confident.
And Lawrence Upshaw, again a freshman out of Cass Tech, out of Detroit. He was in one of my classes this semester, and you can tell this kid's got a killer instinct. When it's competitive, he wants to win, he wants to do well, and he's not scared of the moment, and he's showing why here with back-to-back buckets. Robinette now working. Cruikshank tried to get it in.
Really good defensive recovery there by Robinette.
And it's going to be great defense. I thought they might have said that it came off of a Thunder offensive player, but it doesn't. Ali probably getting his last break of the day, as is Wiswary. 6:02 left, 78-66. Thunder with 6 on the shot clock here. Have been good from the baseline on inbounds plays.
Can't give up an easy one here.
And Alioth gets it open layup. That one hurts, as we're going to get a timeout now for head coach Mike Schauer and the number 6 Wheaton Thunder. Comets down to 14 points. You said it, as they were going, can't give up an easy bucket. And it looks like Pat Hollis got screened. Alioth got a good easy look, and he got it to go. 8 points now for Cade Alioth, 10 rebounds. And the Thunder, Nick, we keep talking about the offense. Where does it come from for the Comets? When you look at the Comets, 11, 10, 10, 8, 8, 7, 7, 5. Great. You look at the Thunder, 27, 18, 17, 10. They have guys we've seen. Adom can go get a bucket. Comets maybe still trying to, like you said, have a figure-it-out game in between maybe. Lawrence Upshaw has shown moments. Tev Ali has shown moments. But the Comets just not able to keep that offensive pressure up the whole game. And if we look at the Comets' last game, Nick, when they played against UWP, it was 63-57. They have 66 right now. That won the game again, or that almost won the game against UWP. So the Comets have outscored their last game, so better offensively, maybe against a worse defensive team. But that offense is an issue, and they have to figure it out.
Platteville came in trying to do the thing that Olivet does best, which is bang the ball inside and go to work. And you have to acknowledge that the Comets have a really effective front court now. They are working their butts off in the paint, manufacturing offense, playing good defense, rebounding. But against a team that can put the ball up like the Thunder can, that's not enough. And so who is that guy going to be for the Comets who can accelerate the scoring?
And the Thunder, who we said struggled from 3, were around 20% in the first half, are now 32%, closer to their season average of 33. They have 9 made threes to the Comets' 4. So Comets now trail by 14, under 6 to play. Upshaw going to let one go. It got blocked, it looked like, by Cruikshank. He was ready to fire. A heat check, didn't even get to the hoop. 80-66 now. Cruikshank going to lead, having a really good game. The senior guard for the Thunder as Wiswary comes back to the scorer's table. Cruikshank over to Anthony, who again is playing way above his season average. Back to Cruikshank on the left wing. 12 on the shot clock now. He'll drive in. Can't get the layup to fall. Rebound by Upshaw on the weak side. He'll lead the break here for the Comets. He pulls it back. Looking for someone open. Instead he'll hand off and screen to Derek Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson likes the little dribble and pop. He's now going to dribble in. Can't find anything against U Vegas. Tough cross-court pass to Upshaw, who dumps it down to Voss. And a lot of bodies down low. Voss can't get the layup to fall. 80-66, 5 minutes to go. Comets got to find something here if they're going to make a run. As now Vegas going to swing around to Anthony, now to Cruikshank.
Good, Ryan.
Running through the offense are the Thunder. An open look here for Anthony. He can't get it to fall. Voss gets the board. Robinette now going to lead up the left side into the heart of the Thunder defense. So we're going to foul here. We'll see who they call it on for the Thunder. And it's going to be on 13. That'll be Tyson Cruikshank, and the Comets will go to the line shooting 1-1. That'll be Ryan Robinette.
Good work by Robinette to manufacture something. We got to get the offense going. We got to try to get to the rim, try to get to the foul line, just get something on the scoreboard and keep this thing as close as he can.
Robinette was 4 for 4 from the free throw line coming into today's contest. And he made that one, it sounds like, maybe? Got a coach meeting in front of me. So it's 80-67 here as Robinette, so far again, 100% on the season. The senior guard out of Escanaba, transfer from Bay College. And he'll knock that one down too, Ryan Robinette, to get some scoring here for the Comets as they'll turn up the defensive pressure with under 5 to play, down by 12. Try to trap. Adom finds it, gets it to Vegas across the court, and now Vegas will run things. They'll get it to their guy, Nyameye Adom, again leading all scorers with 27 points on 5 threes and 4 free throws. Vegas at the top, back to Adom, 10 on the shot clock. Cruikshank now at the top, defended by Wiswary. Cruikshank trying to find something. They try to get Alioth on a switch. And they're going to get Wiswary on a foul there. Tough to tell from this angle. With 4 seconds on the shot clock, Kate Alioth going to go to the line shooting free throws. Alioth again, 10 points, 12 boards for the Thunder here, looking to make it 12 points.
I'm not totally sure what they saw to call on that one. I must not have been looking at the exact right spot. He thought that Wiswary had kind of put his arms around. Maybe it was on the screen,
maybe,
trying to get
maybe
around
on
the
the
screen,
backside.
something like that.
Somebody wearing all of that stuff would probably say, ball don't lie on that missed free throw. But Alioth is going to shoot his second here with a 12-point lead, and he'll make it. Heard me. 81-68, 4:12 to go. Wiswary with some pressure here offensively, runs right in, and they're going to get a foul. I think it's going to be Cruikshank again. Yep.
Surprising to me that Wiswary didn't try to get a shot up right there. That was a smart play. He was working so hard, so fast towards the rim. He's had a couple this game already where he kind of chucked it up and just got it.
Yeah.
That's a very Noah Wiswary way to attack the rim.
It is, and Noah Wiswary has been doing that for the last few seasons here at Olivet. A great find for the Comets is Noah Wiswary, just a gamer, and he'll go to the line here shooting. Wiswary 80% from the free throw line. He gets that one to fall, Noah Wiswary. Again out of Jennison, played at Unity Christian. His high on the season is 12 points. He's at 8 right now. Looking to make it 9 here for the Comets, looking to make it. And it's going to stay a 12-point game on the miss. Rebound handled by Adom. And now some pressure. As Wiswary now and Robinette look to trap, and they break it right in the middle to Anthony. Now to Adom up top. And now the Thunder are able to set up their offense here.
Come on.
There's now Robinette trying to defend Cruikshank. Now Ali on Adom. Now Wiswary down low on Alioth. You can see him hands up. Adom an open 3. And man, open looks for Nyameye Adom are pretty much guaranteed. Book it as Robinette dumps off in transition to Ali. Ali gets Alioth off his feet, but he gets it to fall. No foul. Timeout for Coach Hargraves. 3:30 to go. 84-71. And Nick, I can't speak enough about Nyameye Adom. 30 points, 6 for 10 from three-point line, 10 for 17 from the 4. Perfect from the free throw line. This kid is a gamer.
It's so difficult to defend a team that has somebody like that because almost everyone on the floor defensively has to have in their back of their mind no space. No space for him. He's a guy who you can't give him any space. Whoever you are, I mean, even if you know he can put it on the floor and get by me, that's a future me problem. The right now me problem is he's got an open 3. I can't let him have it. Have faith in your teammates that they're going to rally to the ball if he puts it on the floor and deny hard on that three-point shot because 60% from 3, I mean, take that away if you can. Give up the drive and just hope your teammates are there to support you.
And Adom does have his best against Olivet College ever. His last meeting, he had 24 points, 7 boards in 2019. And then earlier in his career, he had 11 and 3. It's now they're going to get it up the sideline of the Thunder with a 13-point lead. Adom has it on the left wing. Now be Upshaw and Johnson able to trap him, and a steal for Ali. Ali will lead transition. He throws it over to Derek Johnson, who floats, hangs, and gets the bucket. 11 points now. 3 to go. Comets onto something here. A little defense, and he throws it away, and it's Luke Anthony. An interception for the quarterback leads to an easy bucket for Hollis. Single digits, 9 points now, 84-75. Cruikshank throws it up to Aliyah. Cruikshank, Robinette battles, and they're going to get him on a foul. And I thought Ryan Robinette might have had one there, but maybe a little too physical for the Yooper.
So this press is interesting because where you're going to get steals in this particular type of press is first pass, third pass, fifth pass. And that sounds really weird, but if you don't get the ball on the inbound, you're not looking for a steal on the second pass, you're looking for the third one. They're going to try to throw it to the middle, so you put your best ball hawk in the middle to come try to pick off that third pass. Now the one people forget about is the fourth pass, they're going to swing it around. The fifth pass, they're going to try to throw it in. They're going to throw it into the rim, and if you're smart, you're attacking downhill, coming to get that pass on its way to the basket. So first, third, fifth on those type of presses.
And the Comets quicken in a hurry, making this one a little more interesting. But Cruikshank at the line makes the first, 85-75, still 10 points, 3 to go, and he makes that one. Tyson Cruikshank, what a game as well, has 19 now for the Thunder, averages 15. Derek Johnson gets the high screen from Hollis, who seals off Uvegas. Deep look for Derek Johnson. Rebound handled by Uvegas. Nick, I saw you bump the table a little bit. We saw Derek Johnson do that against the Pioneers. Is that early?
Maybe. I mean, someone has to right now.
That's
someone
a good point.
has to.
Down 11 with 2:30 to go. Adom now defended by Robinette. He'll swing over to Alioff on the right wing. Back to Nyameye Adom. Leads all scorers with 30 points. Here in the Cutler Event Center, his best game ever against the Comets in 3. He's also perfect in 3 with 3 wins. Alioff misses. Good offensive board for the smallest man on the court. Tyson Cruikshank gets the bucket. 13-point lead now for Wheaton. The Thunder again, number 6 in all of D3, playing a 2-3 Comets team. Derek Johnson, a lot of contact, puts it up. He really likes that dribble, pop, jumper. We saw him make a couple. But, man, I got to think I'm looking Tev Ali, I'm looking Pat Hollis, trying to find something here.
And it's not that he can't hit it.
Exactly.
Just that is not a high enough percentage shot right now in terms of your comeback.
And it's now going to be, again, pressure here as the Comets have Hollis, Upshaw, Robinette, Tev Ali, Derek Johnson.
That's the one you wanted.
That's the one. And they're able to dribble through it as Considine. He dumps it down low. Alioff, easy layup there. And Nick, exactly like you said, that's the one. They kind of got there just too late as Upshaw leads it up the right side. Upshaw now, the freshman, played some tough minutes today for the Comets. Drives in, can't get the layup. Dumps it off to Ali. He gets the bucket. And 90-77. And Coach Hargrave yelling diamond sounds a lot like timeout. So now everybody knows. But it will be, he's showing now with the hand signal.
Wants a timeout and doesn't get it.
Yeah. And now they're able to break it again.
You're still in it, though. Get this next one.
Thought they might have had a trap there. Instead, they're trying to trap Cruikshank, but now Adom on the left side. Not in a big hurry. Here are the Thunder, number 6 in the nation. Comets back-to-back against number 4 and number 6. Lost to UWP last week by just 6 points after leading by 2 with 2 minutes to play. Adom misses a shot. Didn't know that was possible. As Upshaw gets the steal, pushes up. And I think they're going to get a foul. And it's going to be Tyson Cruikshank. He points to his chest, says, me? And it is him. That's his 4th. 1:07 to go. Down 13 are the Comets. And Loris Upshaw will go to the line to shoot. Loris Upshaw so far this season, 66.7% from the free throw line. Upshaw tonight has 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 threes.
Great job handling the pressure. There's a lot of physical contact. He's trying to push the ball up the court, doing exactly right, absorbing that contact, splitting the double team, getting to the free throw line.
And Upshaw makes the first. He'll try to put this one in. Another one, and Loris Upshaw again, a promising freshman here for the Comets out of Detroit. His high of the season, 19. He's got 11 today with a couple triples. Couple big-time triples as the Comets now trying to get the pressure.
That's the one.
They get it inside to Adom in the middle. Adom now to Considine. You can hear Coach Hargraves yelling, foul him, as Loris Upshaw gets tangled up with Eli Considine, the junior guard out of Portage, Wisconsin, for the Thunder. He'll go to the line, 90-79, under a minute to play. As Considine getting ready to shoot. He's a 72% shooter. He's made a couple already tonight. 2 for 2 from the line so far. And he can't get that one. Broadcaster's curse. He misses that one. Sorry, Eli. He'll stay at 2 points for the night as Wiswary comes in. Upshaw checks out after some tough minutes. And again, Comets with an 11-point deficit here. Under a minute to play. Considine dribbles a few times, puts it up quick, and knocks that one down. He's got 3 free throws and 3 points on the day. Robinette now, you can hear Coach Hargraves saying attack, and he will attack. He loves that. Almost Dirk Nowitzki kind of step back with Kobe. Adom has it. Everybody tried to grapple it, no call, so it's just going to be an easy break there for the Thunder. And they now have the ball. So Uvegas has it. He'll swing it up to Adom. Interesting turn of events there. As Uvegas now, Colin Uvegas has it. They will have to do something. 10 seconds on the shot clock, under 30 seconds here to go. As Hollis now just going to be in the way. They'll kick to an open look for Considine. He hits the side of the backboard, and it'll be handled now by Wiswary. No shot clock now. Robinette thinks about one, resets, shoots, knocks it down. And yeah, it maybe not going to affect the outcome, but Ryan Robinette seeing one go in from 3 going to help here after a couple rough games. Alioth throws it up to Uvegas. A little confusion here as the game winds down, but it will go back on the board as another single-digit outcome for Wheaton, who will stay and maybe improve from their number 6 overall ranking in Division III. The Comets lose another tough one, single digits here against a top 10 foe, 91-82. Wheaton has this victory. And Nick, we saw the Comets start that second half with a 4-point advantage. What happened in that second half? What did Wheaton do that gave them the ability to take that lead and keep it throughout that second half?
Well, the real difference in the game was that they came out shooting hot. You expected it. Everyone expected at some point they're going to start to hit these threes. And I really think in some ways the Comets rested a little bit. We talked about it before the game. You play this well against top-ranked opponents, and you can start to think like, okay, I can do that now. That's just what happens when I get on the court. And that is not the case. These teams have to play at a high level every moment of the game. And it seemed to me that at the beginning of that second half, they weren't really as locked in defensively as they needed to be. Let them get that little boost. Yeah. Look, they played great for the majority of the second half. They hung around, they scrapped, they worked hard the way that they did last week. And that little mishap at the beginning of the second half is really the difference in this game.
And a lot of fouls, a lot of foul trouble. Be interesting to see how the Comets react. The Comets now fall to 2-4. Their next game for the Comets will be here on WOCR 89.1 The One in the Olivet College Athletics live stream. That will be in just 3 days. We'll have back-to-back Comet basketball action. On the 21st, the Comets will take on Hanover out of Indiana. Then on the 22nd, they'll have North Central in town out of Illinois, another tough opponent. The Comets also, for those broadcasts, we will have Michael Fisk with Travis Garner, another WOCR station manager alumni. And then a very special guest next Wednesday, we will have Jackson Patton, Olivet College graduate, was a member of the men's basketball team in Coach Hargrave's first and second seasons, and is now an assistant at Alabama men's basketball at University. So roll tide. It'd be fun to see him. Also a shout out to Keon Durite-Rainey, getting a little chance at some pro ball in Mexico this week. Excited for that. But as we run down the stats, Olivet again loses 91-82. Number 6, Wheaton, Illinois, shot pretty good from the field, 44.6% field goals, and ended up right around their season average for threes. They made 10 of their 32 attempts. They had 23 made free throws out of 28. The Comets only 11 free throws, big difference there. Turnover-wise, Comets had 14 turnovers to the Thunder's 12. The Thunder able to capitalize on those. They had 24 points off turnovers to the Comets' 17. Rare happening, the Comets got out-rebounded. 38-37 might be a big part of it. The Thunder had 11 offensive rebounds. They also had a bunch of assists, 18 assists to the Comets' 14. Steal-wise, you saw 3 for the Thunder, 6 for the Comets. And then off the bench, all the sports news you never knew you needed to know. That was automatic. Meant to. 31 bench points for the Comets. 22 for the Thunder, but the Thunder able to get 11 second chance points. Got pretty good looks in the paint as well, as the Comets scored 46 of their 82 in the paint. Individually, starting with the visitors, Nyameye Adom had 30 points, perfect from the free throw line, 4 for 4, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 for 10 from three-point line. Tyson Cruikshank had 21 points, 9 boards, 6 assists, also had a triple. Luke Anthony, who averages like 5 points a game, the quarterback for the Thunder, record-setting quarterback, had 18 points, 2 assists, made 3 threes. Alioth had 13 and 12. Peterson had 4, Considine had 3, and Vegas had just 2. Then we look for the Comets. Tev Ali, back-to-back games with 15 points. He had 15 points, 4 boards tonight. Lawrence Upshaw, pretty good game for him, 12 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 threes. Eddie Thigpen in his return to action, 10 points, got 3 fouls early, didn't really get a lot of chance to get rolling. Robinette had 10 points on 3 of 7 from the field. Derek Johnson continues to struggle from the floor, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Wiswary does what Wiswary does, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 fouls, made a couple shots. And Pat Hollis had 9 points, 10 boards. And Dane Voss rounded it out with 8 points, 4 rebounds for the Comets. The Comets next again will be here on WOCR in the Olivet College YouTube live stream on the 21st and the 22nd. So make sure you tune into those games, both 3 o'clock tip-offs as it sits today. And the number 6, Wheaton College Thunder, will go from here to a tournament where they will take on Berry College out of Georgia on the 29th and Edgewood on the 30th. Those games at 1 and 5. So again, Wheaton College, the number 6 team in all of Division III men's basketball. They win 91-82. Nick Pavlovsky, final thoughts?
Well, you want to say that, wow, Olivet played so well against the number 6 ranked team and the number 4 ranked team, whatever it was. At a certain point, that only means so much.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to get to that next level and get these wins if you want to be that kind of a team. And they did. They played very, very well. My questions moving forward, the biggest one for me for the Comets, how are you going to integrate Eddie Thigpen back into this game? Because it doesn't seem to be his type of basketball. He's really an iso ball player. He made some hay with that today. Mm-hmm. But that's not the way that the Comets have had to play without him. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. It's going to be helpful for them to get a game against a non-top 10 A3 opponent. Really, get their feet under them. They have so much to be excited about. I think really young players stepping up and making plays. Upshaw. Didn't expect that. Even with the sparks that he showed last week, didn't expect Low Upshaw to come out and have that kind of impact on the game and really look like he belonged. If you look him in the face when he's got the ball, he's calm. He understands what he's supposed to be doing. He expects to have success, like you said, and that's huge. So there's a lot going forward for the Comets to be happy about. But again, at a certain point, it's got to not be, all this potential, and it's got to start being, here's how we execute.
And they'll try to do exactly that. Again, on Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have live home broadcasts. Come on down to the Cutler Event Center, catch those games. Both 3 o'clock starts as it sits today. The Comets will then head to a couple tournament games, and then they'll have some MIAA competition starting things in January on the 5th at Adrian and the 8th at Hope College. So again, Dane Pavlovsky, Nick Pavlovsky, thanks for joining us. Another good game. Number 6 Wheaton wins here at the Cutler Event Center, 91-82. Get back with us on Tuesday and Wednesday next week. And until then, keep it locked here on WOCR 89.1 The One.